European car buyers are some of the smartest in the world. They've seen it all, from Dieselgate scandals to engine failures that cost more than a house deposit. But there are 11 cars on the market right now that even the most desperate buyers won't touch. One of them is so unreliable, 82% of owners needed major repairs before hitting 80,000 kilometers. If you're shopping for a car in 2025, this video could save you thousands. Miss it, and you might drive straight into the biggest financial mistake of your life. Car companies don't want you to see this list. Why? Because these vehicles look great on paper, sound premium in the ads, and seem like smart investments. But behind those glossy brochures are engines that self-destruct, gearboxes that fail without warning, and repair bills that rival a mortgage payment. According to which ADAC and Euro NCAP reports, these 11 cars have failure rates that would shock you. If you're enjoying this breakdown of Europe's automotive disasters, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're about to expose some uncomfortable truths that dealerships definitely don't want you to know. Starting at number 11, we have the Renault Kajar. On paper it looks appealing. Bold SUV styling, modern tech features and a price of around 36,000 euros that seems reasonable for the segment. But dig deeper and the problems start piling up fast. The 2019 to 2021 models are particularly problematic. ADAC reports show consistent gearbox failures, especially in the dual-clutch automatic versions. Owners describe sudden loss of power, grinding noises, and complete transmission failures happening as early as 40,000 kilometers. Repair costs? Around 4,200 euros for a full gearbox replacement. Electric faults plague the infotainment system too. The touchscreen freezes, navigation fails, and in some cases, the entire system needs replacing. French consumer groups have logged over 800 complaints about these issues since 2020. Fuel efficiency is another disappointment. Despite being marketed as efficient, real-world testing shows 6.8 liters per 100 kilometers, well above what Renault claims. Combine that with rapid depreciation, the Kajar loses 45% of its value in just 3 years, and you've got a financial disaster waiting to happen. At number 10, we have the Mercedes-Benz GLA, starting at 42,000 euros and climbing to 70,000 euros for the AMG model. You'd expect German precision and reliability. Instead, you'd get one of the most recalled luxury SUVs in recent memory. The 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2024 models have all faced serious recalls. We're talking about faulty airbags that might not deploy in a crash, electrical systems that can short circuit, and brake assist failures that put lives at risk. According to Euro NCAP's post-market monitoring, 18% of GLA owners reported safety-critical failures within the first 2 years. But it's not just about safety. The GLA's fuel consumption is embarrassing for a modern luxury SUV. 7.2 liters per 100 kilometers combined. That's worse than some full-size SUVs from a decade ago. BMW's X1 and Audi's Q3 deliver significantly better efficiency while offering more space and features, which consumer surveys show the GLA ranking in the bottom quarter for owner satisfaction. One owner summed it up: beautiful to look at, expensive to own, frustrating to live with. Number 9 is the Volvo XC60. Priced at 49,000 euros, this should be Scandinavian engineering at its finest. Volvo built their reputation on safety and reliability, but the 2024 XC60 tells a very different story. 3 major recalls in 1 year. Engine stalling that happens without warning. Imagine losing power on a busy motorway. Gearbox problems that leave drivers stranded. Even Volvo's famous driver assist systems malfunction regularly, with lane keeping assist steering cars towards barriers instead of keeping them safe. The infotainment system is another nightmare. ADAC's long-term testing found that 31% of XC60s had a complete systems failure requiring expensive replacements. We're talking about 3,200 euros for a new unit that should last the life of the car. Fuel efficiency hits 7.5 liters per 100 kilometers. Acceptable but underwhelming at this price point. When you're paying nearly 50,000 euros, you expect better than acceptable. The Peugeot 308 takes number 8, starting at 38,500 euros and reaching 47,900 euros for the GT. This crossover grabs attention with its futuristic i-cockpit design, but beneath that stylish exterior lurks a mechanical nightmare. The timing chain issue is devastating. We mentioned earlier how Peugeot's 1.2 PureTech engines suffer from timing belt failures. The 308 uses the same problematic engine. Owners report complete engine destruction at 48,000 kilometers, still under warranty, but the replacement process takes months. months. The diesel models have their own horrors. AdBlue injection failures cost over €4,200 to repair, and they happen with shocking frequency. German automotive service data shows 23% of 3008 diesel owners faced this problem before 65,000 kilometers. Then there's the March 2024 recall across the EU for faulty suspension components. Ball joint mounts were improperly crimped, risking total steering failure. Even after repairs, 18% of German owners reported the same suspension noises returning within 6 months. Resale values tell the story. UK data shows 3-year-old 3008s holding just 41% of their original value, while competitors like the Toyota CHR retain 58%. At number 7, we have the Dacia Duster. With a starting price of €19,900, it seems like an incredible bargain. But as they say, you get what you pay for. The 2018 to 2020 models are particularly problematic. Gearbox failures happen with alarming frequency. The manual transmission synchronizers wear out by 60,000 kilometers, causing grinding and difficulty shifting. The automatic versions fare even worse, with complete failures reported before 50,000 kilometers. Engine problems plague the 1.3 TCE variant. This is the same engine that caused Renault's Motorgate scandal. Excessive oil consumption, timing chain failures, and complete engine seizures have been reported across Europe. Safety is another concern. While newer models have improved, the base Duster offers minimal standard equipment. To get features that come standard on competitors, you'll pay significantly more. Even then, build quality remains inconsistent. Rattling plastics, loose trim pieces, and paint chipping are common complaints within the first year. Taking number 6 is the Jaguar FPace. Starting at €55,900 and climbing to €75,000 for top models, this luxury SUV promises British elegance and performance. The reality is far different. Electrical problems dominate owner complaints. The infotainment system fails regularly, requiring expensive replacements, but more concerning are the mechanical issues. Excessive oil consumption affects even 2023 models, with some owners adding a litre of oil every 2,000 kilometers. Fuel pump failures have triggered multiple recalls. In some cases, drivers have been stranded when the pump fails completely. The brake system recall was particularly serious. Faulty components could cause sudden brake failure without warning, which is 2024 reliability survey placed Jaguar 29th out of 32 manufacturers, well below BMW, Mercedes, and Audi. The F-Pace specifically ranked in the bottom third of large SUVs. One owner's review captures the experience perfectly. It drives like a dream when it's not in the shop. The Volkswagen Jetta sits at number 5, starting at €28,500. This compact sedan seems like a reasonable choice from the VW group, but reliability issues across multiple model years tells a different story. The 2019 to 2021 models face persistent gearbox problems, particularly with the DSG dual-clutch transmission. Sudden loss of drive, erratic shifting, and complete failures have been widely reported. The 2009 model year is notorious for transmission issues that cost more than the car's value to repair. Earlier models have their own problems. The 2006 Jetta suffered from engine misfires, electrical failures, and fuel pump problems. The 2003 version had power window failures and ignition coil issues. It's a pattern of problems spanning nearly 2 decades. Recalls have addressed defective fuel lines and airbag malfunctions, but many owners report ongoing issues even after repairs. While fuel economy is decent at 5.8 litres per 100 kilometers, that's little consolation when you're facing unexpected repair bills. Number 4 is the Land Rover Range Rover Sport. Starting at £79,990, approximately €93,000, and reaching £116,500 or €136,000 for higher trims. This is one of the most expensive SUVs on our list. Unfortunately, it's also one of the most problematic. Air suspension failures are legendary among Range Rover Sport owners. These aren't minor inconveniences. We're talking about complete system failures that cost thousands per axle to repair. The electronic systems are equally troublesome. Infotainment freezing, navigation failures, and climate control malfunctions plague many vehicles. The worst years were 2006 to 2008 and 2013. With engine, gearbox, and electrical issues that made ownership costs astronomical. Even newer models struggle with reliability, which data shows Land Rover consistently ranking among the least reliable luxury brands. The irony is that when everything works, the Range Rover is genuinely impressive. But the key phrase is when everything works, which isn't often enough to justify the price or the stress. In third place, we have the Fiat 500L. Starting at €26,500, this quirky MPV attracted buyers with its distinctive styling and practical interior, but the 2014 to 2017 models are mechanical disasters. Gearbox failures dominate the complaints. The dual-clutch transmission suffers from violent shuddering, sudden loss of drive, and complete failures. Engine stalling is another serious issue. Imagine losing power in heavy traffic or on a busy roundabout. Safety recalls have addressed airbag problems, fuel leaks, and suspension defects, but the damage to owner confidence was already done. Depreciation is brutal. Some owners report losing 50% of their car's value in just 3 years. The 500L was officially discontinued in 2021. Parts availability is becoming a problem, making repairs even more expensive and time-consuming. It's a cautionary tale about buying quirky cars without proven reliability records. Our runner-up at number 2 is the Seat Leon. Priced between €23,990 and €38,750, this Spanish hatchback should represent good value from the VW group. Instead, it represents a masterclass in how to destroy customer trust. The dual-mass flywheel is a nightmare component. Cars get stuck in gears, suffer from uncontrolled movements during shifting, and experience complete clutch failures. The 1.6 TDI diesel engine adds its own problems. The diesel particulate filter needs regeneration every 500 kilometers in city driving. If interrupted, the repair bill can exceed €1,800. But the airbag recalls were truly frightening. From 2013 to 2017, over 140,000 Seat Leon models had faulty Takata airbag inflators. These could explode during deployment, sending metal fragments into the cabin. 14 injuries across Europe were linked to this defect. The infotainment system contributes to over half of all electrical faults. Screens freeze, navigation fails, and repairs take weeks due to part shortages. For a car marketed as modern and tech-forward, these failures are unacceptable. Taking the number 1 spot as the Alfa Romeo Giulia. Starting at €31,000, this Italian hatchback promises style and driving passion. What it delivers is financial pain and endless frustration. The 1.4-litre multi-air engines are temperamental at best. Turbocharger failures are common, often occurring before 60,000 kilometers. The Celeste Speed semi-automatic gearbox is particularly notorious. Jerky shifts, complete failures, and repair bills that exceed €3,000 are all too common. Electrical problems plague every system. Engine management failures, infotainment glitches, and various sensors failing create a constant stream of warning lights and expensive diagnostic sessions. The wiring harness can chafe against metal components, causing shorts that are both dangerous and expensive to fix. Safety recalls have addressed brake caliper cracking, imagine sudden brake failure, fuel leaks that pose fire risks, and various electrical faults. Customer service at Alfa Romeo dealerships consistently ranks below average, with long waits for parts and repairs. The real kicker? Average maintenance costs hits €4,800 during the first 5 years of ownership. And since the Giulia has been discontinued, parts are becoming increasingly difficult to find. What seems like a bargain today could become impossible to maintain tomorrow. These 11 cars represent automotive disasters that European buyers have learned to avoid. From Renault's timing chain failures to Alfa Romeo's electrical nightmares, each vehicle on this list carries hidden costs that can devastate your finances. The pattern is clear. Attractive pricing and styling can't hide fundamental engineering problems. Whether it's Peugeot's wet timing belts, Land Rover's air suspension failures, or Seat's dangerous airbag defects, these cars prove that some deals are too good to be true. Before you sign any purchase agreement, research reliability reports from Which, ADAC, and Euro NCAP. Check recall histories, read owner forums, because once you drive one of these cars off the lot, you might be stuck with years of expensive repairs and constant frustrations. Smart European buyers avoid these 11 cars for good reason. Now you know why. Don't forget to subscribe for more automotive insights that could save you thousands. And check our upcoming video on the 9 cars that won't even last 60,000 kilometers. Some of these reliability records will absolutely shock you. The choice is yours, but armed with this knowledge, at least you can make it wisely.